Hey everybody, it is a beautiful spring but feels like summer day. I know I'm gonna go outside and sweat right now, so I'm not super looking forward to it. But before I go outside and talk to you about what I'm doing, I just wanted to give you an update on all of my little plant starts because they're growing and so I'm gonna show you. They're doing well. I need to do some plant care. I've actually been sucking hard at like watering them and caring for them as much as I should. So I'm really looking forward to finally getting them in the ground. And usually we wait till June 1st. So that's my target. But I do have some of the brassicas and lettuce out hardening off right now because they could have gone in the ground. My in-ground seeds have started to germinate, especially the spinach. And I wasn't too early because it's gonna be hot the next couple of days. So let me show you what we got going on. All right, here are all my tomatoes. So they are doing well. Now, you might be looking at them saying those are puny. I have to be honest, I don't really care because in previous years, I started them too early and they were gigantic by the time they went out. So these will be just fine. Here's these, look at these cute little, these are little basil. Started them too late, but I also had a problem today, which I'll tell you a little bit about. So I'm not too worried about how small these are. Here are my marigolds. I've got 2 things of marigolds. And then these are all of the hollyhocks that have kept germinating. I keep having to pot them up. And then here are the other hollyhocks. So they're doing really well. I've given a couple away, but these germinate really well. So I'm pretty excited about all of these hollyhocks. So that's it inside. I'll take you outside after I put my work clothes on to show you the plants I have hardening off. So I took all the plastic off on the porch, but you can see I was driving past the garden center today and something happened with the steering wheel on my car and it just like veered into the garden center. So I did pick up a bunch of plants. I went in for just peppers and here we go. So I got jalapenos, I got bell peppers, I got some basil, I got some dill. So this is why I wasn't worried about my little dinky basil plants. Oregano, rosemary, some thyme. There's something else. Oh, parsley. I've never grown parsley before. So, and probably this is just a start, but it's fun to already have, oh, look who's coming because they hear me talking. They're coming looking for scraps. Anyway, so yes, so here are the plants I got at the garden center. Hi. You don't have anything. I know. You guys are cute. So here are all my brassicas and lettuce. So those are pretty much ready to go in the ground. But I did want to show you one other funny thing. So I always just think it's so funny, you know, you try so hard to start, you know, seeds and you're worried that they're not going to germinate and that you're not going to have food. And luckily for me, that's never been the case. So here I have, you might not be able to see them, but that's spinach coming up. And then here are some little lettuces coming up. But I am noticing already that I'm having some pest damage. So little turds. But check this out. This is funny. So I was just composting a couple of things. I was cleaning up my gardens this morning. Look at this. This is all lettuce. So if nothing else, I'm going to have some lettuce that I can harvest over here. And these are my compost bays. So yeah, I just thought that was kind of funny. Okay, so what am I doing today? I am getting out of this wind, but no, I'm moving firewood. So at this time of year, literally black fly season is going to be upon us in no time flat. Like they are out and flying around, just not biting yet. And I always like to have this done, or I always do this job right around this time of year because you can wear a bug net and just keep on trucking if the bugs do get really bad. But look also, this is so exciting. Our pears are in bloom. Our apples have these wicked big fat flower buds. It's just, oh, look at it. So pretty. We've only had a few pairs, and the ones that we did have, I pinched to encourage the trees to become established. This is season 3, and I should be pinching, but I am going to leave some pears on. Not a ton, but just enough to get some fruit. So that's pretty exciting. But yeah, back to the firewood moving. So we try and split all of our wood at least a year ahead, and up until this point we've been 2 years ahead, but because we did so much syrup this season, we burnt through most of our wood, but we have a ton split. I just have to stack it under cover, and then we're going to try and get ahead. So I stacked already. I don't think I've shown this actually. So we put some big poplar live edge boards on the wood shed part of the sugar shed. And then I started to stack the wood in here. So this should be enough firewood for 2 years, 2 seasons. We have the door at the back so we can grab from that end and this end, which makes it really handy. And that's what we'll do. We'll load about halfway. So this I will keep pecking away at once our house firewood is filled. So I'm going to show you some of that, but let's go in and look at Brian's new refrigerator. Hey, no, go up there. Come on. No pooping on the porch. Go on. Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you. Okay, here's the Admiral in all her glory. So this was the old handle that Brian was talking about right here. Now this thing is actually pretty hilarious. So I don't even know if it works 100%, but here's the inside, which is awesome. It's like a nice mint green in color, well labeled, has a little ice box. But what is super awesome, I don't know if you can see, hang on, is on the shelves there are all of these either milk tags or bread tags, but so hilarious, just so funny. Anyways, yeah, so look at, I should put some eggs in here. This is for bottles. So I hope he likes this surprise. I'm gonna close it up. There we go. Let's go move some firewood. I did 1 stack last night. 1 stack takes me 3 loads or 3 fills of the trailer. So tonight my goal is to do 2 stacks. It is hot out here. I'm not ready for this heat at all. Wheel truck parking on a hill. So it takes me about a half an hour to do 3 trips or 1 cord. And a cord is roughly 8 feet long by 4 feet high. And we try to cut our firewood between 16 and 18 inches. I like them about 18 for the stove. I do have to say though that, so let's try and get through with her prized piece of wood. I do have to say though that of all the jobs around the house, this is one of my favorites. Absolutely, hands down, firewood is my favorite. Cutting trees, bucking it, splitting it, stacking it, restacking it. I absolutely love it. It's time that lets you, it lets you reflect. I get to think a lot. Go on. Anyways, I just love it. So here's to a little bit more wood stacking. I'm going to try and do one more stack here tonight before I go in, and then we'll have 6 left to go. So typically our house is pretty energy efficient. So we burn through about 5 face cords of wood every year, give or take. If it's a really warm year, then probably less than that. But Brian also burns wood in the shop and of course now in the sugar shed. So we'll have to cut a little bit more every year, but we usually have more than enough firewood in if we have 9 or 10 cords of wood stored up, and then we have the stuff for the next year already cut. So half of this, what I'm stacking, won't be used this year. It'll actually be burned in the next 2025 firewood season. So I'm going to get this stacked in and then call it a night. Anyways, hope you're all having a great day. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.